haven't streamed for a while, but I'm planning on streaming on my days off when I'm not working, so I'm going to schedule for everything. By the way, it says Septic Blood channel. Hope you enjoy. That's for my Twitch. Follow me on Twitch if you guys want to see streams that I will not stream to YouTube. They're going to be more based towards people that want to watch games that are coming out soon. Also, my hood streams are going to be on Twitch, not YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Then whenever Stormground comes out on the 23rd, you'll get streams from Stormground coming out, which is Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormground. Hope you guys enjoyed those when those come out, but let's get into Smite Battleground of the Gods. And I'm going to try to rank up heroes that I want to get higher rank during this stream and everything. I'm planning on, and my stream schedule is going to be a little bit weird, and I hope you guys are okay with that whenever you get into the whole thing of streaming, because I'm getting back into it as a more permanent plan. And if I fall off of what I do, I hope you guys forgive me. I don't have any set dates for the streams, besides they're going to be on my days off. My schedule for work is weird, so you guys will eventually understand what I mean. Like, I had this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, then I'm off again on Wednesday, Thursday, then I work that weekend, and I have to work that Monday, Tuesday off, that Wednesday, Thursday, and then I work again on that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's a schedule like that where I swap between what days I work each week. But I want to try to actually give you guys content and everything. Also, they said there's new gods and everything, so I kind of wanted to check that up and check into that to make sure what they were talking about, but what they were added into Smite. And let's go through and see what they were showing for the new gods and everything. They said they added in Gilgamesh, which was a warrior. Yep, Gilgamesh is a warrior. Let's see what his name says. I don't want to be getting, like, dominated by Gilgamesh. They added some skins for him already. Ascended, which is limited to probably part of the... it's just a slight costume change. Okay. Let's look at his abilities, though. See how their abilities line up together. So he has a stim ability, which is against enemies. Ooh. A nice sword, frosty stun. Okay, so it's a slow attack and bonus damage that does max health. That'll be good at dealing with tank build characters. Since it's straight up to actual max health, that's pretty good. How long does it last? In Gilgamesh's attack duration extended 30 seconds from there. Okay, so it can last up to 70 seconds. So I see this being good if you build up a attack speed build with Gilgamesh. Drop kick, line, bonus damage, burst damage. Oh, so he's a burst damage player. And a movement speed increase for his elite. With beckoning lifesteal. Okay, cool. So he's oh my god, he's a controller. He's a burst damage controller. If you guys don't understand what I mean by controller is a type of character who can control certain effects against people's, like, stuns, slows, and freezes, which is pretty cool when you actually realize, like, oh, so there's an actual way to control people easier. One of the best control characters in this game, by the way, if I'm being honest with everybody, is probably Artemis, just because of her stun on her boar, and also the stun on her twine, and also just the fact that she's able to, like, mess up everybody. And they didn't actually change anything, and her slow on her actual, like, AoE ground attack, which I wouldn't consider actual AoE, it's just a small circle, but still, it's pretty good. Also the fact that she does more damage to people that are affected by crowd controls, so she is the ultimate crowd control king. Or queen, sorry, she's a female. My babe. So I wanted new assassins due to yet this. I have every assassin mastered now. But they added, and also I'm bad with guardians, and I want to get good with guardians. And I'm bad with like okay, so like guardians that I want to get better with. It's like I want to get good with Cerberus. It's because like I'm not really horrible with Cerberus. Like I'm not horrible with Cerberus, but like I want to get better with him. Like I want to get him to like my level of me playing with him. That I'm like, okay, I know I can deal with everybody. Like I'm just bad with guardians. Like I don't mind showing you guys my KD with guardians. I am bad with guardians. Like I am horrible with guardians. Besides Fafnir. Or yeah, Fafnir. Sorry, I almost second guessed myself and thought it was Fenrir, but no, it's Fafnir. Fenrir is an assassin, which is the wolf. Like I'm horrible. Like look, I'm horrible. I'm just horrible with them. It's like I'm only good with like certain ones, and it's literally just Fafnir. I'm only good with Fafnir, and I'm not sorry with that. Like I just cannot play with these guys. Like I am horrible, and I literally mean that. I am horrible with guardians. It's like, guardians to me are not my forte. Most of my fortes are with assassins, which is why I play assassins a lot. Besides Bakasora, I've seen people do really good with Bakasora, but I'm not good with Bakasora. Bastet, when she got nerfed, when she got buffed and then nerfed, but her when she was buffed was OP. Whenever they made her cats, like, when her cats were immortal, she was OP. Then they nerfed her and made her cats actually able to die, which made her a little bit more balanced of a character, but at the same time, it made her weaker, but she still has good, like, lead on people, so it's not bad. Kamazats I am not good with. You have to play him like a warrior, and I want to always play him like an assassin. That sucks for me. Dodgy is really good if you actually know how to play it. Dodgy is one of the characters that you can pull people in, like Ares on her ultimate, like Ares' ultimate, but at the same time, she also has bleed galore. Nazah is that heavy hit crit. Mercury, I'm very bad with Mercury. Like, you see that? I am very bad with Mercury. Loki, my boy, until they changed him up. And since they've changed him up, I haven't been able to do good with him. Kali, I'm bad with Kali. I don't know how to build a Kali to save my life. Hunbats is one of those characters that I can do good with sometimes and I'm bad with other times. Fenrir, I am bad with Fenrir. Fenrir is not one of my big boys. I understand how to play him now after I had a little bit of help learning him. Nemesis is one of my original characters that I actually played. Nemesis has like a really good swap out for her, where you can end up being either really critty or like high damage output on one hit. But either way, or you can also make her attack speed, or you can make her defensive if you want to end up making her one of those warrior builds. Pele, I'm sorry if I mispronounce names of people. I just learned how to play her. I can actually play her and show you guys what I mean by when I just learned how to play her. When I first started playing her, I was trash with her. Same with Radikasker. I just learned how to play Radikasker. I used to do really bad with him, then I ended up being like, yo man, I need to level up. I need to get him higher like KD was. Like Ravana. I need to get Ravana's KD up too. Also Surket. I think I need to get hers up also. Yep. Surket was never one of my good characters. Set though. Set was amazing on release. Like Tsukiyomi. Oh my god, Tsukiyomi. Like, oh my god, this boy. This boy was... he's just good. He's just good, man. I'm not good with Thor. I don't even want to show you guys Thor's KD, but hey, I'm not depressed by showing it. It's like Thanatos. I have been doing poorly with Thanatos lately. I'm sad about it, because Thanatos is one of my favorite assassins, but what is? Also Susanoo. I am trash for Susanoo. But, if we're gonna go over characters in general, right? You're actually gonna end up realizing that, A, Ao Kuang, big boy energy right here. Big boy energy, Ao Kuang. Gotta play Ao Kuang like an assassin. That's all you gotta do. An attack speed assassin with his fucking buffs on his abilities. Also Anubis. Holy god, Anubis. I used to do go with Anubis. Anubis let me down. I know they changed her name to a set, but I want to colorize this. Man, I just really do. It's just what her name used to be, and when they changed her name, it made me sad. I mean, I understand why they changed it, because people complaining about, hey, her name's ISIS, the same name as the terrorist organization. But hey, she's an Egyptian god, and her actual name was ISIS, so, okay. But hey, and I don't get monetized for videos, so I don't really care about what I say. Okay, Zeus. Zeus is literally just overpowered to begin with. You don't even have to be a good player to play Zeus. Vulcan's a line holder. He's not made for kills unless you are like actually good with him, but he's made for holding a line with his cannon. It's like Ra is a good backup support character, which is why I don't get kills with Ra. Morgan, on the other hand, is like the assassin lady. Her skill is literally assassin based. The only reason she's a mage is because of her whole thing. But there's her whole little like, oh, I can do this and change into anybody, and I'm OP. Hades is really good as a life leech character. Same with Anubis. Anubis is a really good life leech character. Hivo is a high attack off of one single, but like you have to be good with him, and I just don't play him. Hell is a support base character that can end up doing a lot of damage. Kukulkan is a high base burster. I don't do good with mages either. Poseidon is a high base damager. He was a pusher. And it's like, Aphrodite's on first page. Aphrodite's the best at support. Like I said, best at support. 0 kills, 0 deaths, 0 assists, 0 minion kills, 0 everything. But yet, rank 1. She is literally just the god of support. Like, you don't even have to get kills with her and you can still end up being god too. It's like Agni's a high burster. Apuk is a high burster. Anubis is, like I said, life leech boy. Baron Samadi is just a burster out of hell of life leech. Change is support baby, but I'm not good with her. Kronos, I've seen good Cronoses, but I'm not good with them. It's like Freya's a high burster, but I'm not good with her either. I learned how to play her, and after I learned how to play her, I was like, man, I really hope I can get good with her, but like, sometimes like, Achilles is really good as either a tank or a high damage output. Amaterasu, you can make tanky or high damage output. Bellona, you can make attack speed, life leech, high damage output, tank. Chalk, high damage output all the way, baby. Kukulkan. Literally just build defense. Just build defense on this guy. Holy Christ. A high defense Kukulkan is literally just like, what is he? This man is literally God himself, and just like incarnate. Our launch and attack speed boost. It's just like, he's really good. Guan Yu can be a support tank. I guarantee you will never go wrong with you if you build a support tank with Guan Yu. Like I said, on Battle of Hercules, Horus is literally the CC king. King Arthur's, I don't do good with King Arthur. I say I don't do good with him. I play like 2 games with him, and One game, actually. I've only played one game. Bleh. But he's just like that one type of guy that you're like, man, you have to be good with his swap abilities. Mulan, I haven't played with Mulan, so I can't really give you feedback on her. Vamana, oh my god, Vamana, big boy baby. Big boy baby. Big boy baby. Yeah, you see that, Katie? Perfect. Perfect. That's not even me fucking like shitting on people. That's just me being honest, dude. Vamana, big boy baby. It's like, dude, after the rework on Vamana, I swear to God, he just big boy baby. I used to refuse to play him, and then they made big boy baby Vamana. And I knew that was always his ability, but like, oh my god, the rework on him. I mean, literally just sleeping giant by itself. The percentage of Vamana's physical protection is turned into physical power. Literally just build physical defense. You will never go wrong. Like, build like if I'll go to like item builder and show you how you can end up having 6 items. Build literally 4 or 5 of those into physical defense, the highest numbers you can get, and then 1 magical defense, high magical defense, and you'll be golden. Like, if I would actually show you, I would end up going to defensive gear, and I'll go straight up to physical, right? And then I'll end up talking about everything. It's like, you need mana, and you need MP5, and you need cooldown reduction on this ability. It's like, duh. But still, if I wanted to go to everything and actually show you how to build this guy and everything, like, you should actually end up just, like, you can't have similar auras and everything, right? But if I can show you what I mean by this, man, get Emperor's Armor straight out, okay? That'll make it so you can tower dive. Then when you go into it again, you want to go into physical defense for a second time, and you want to end up getting a good old-fashioned. And what I mean by good old-fashioned is you want a stackable item that ends up helping you in the long run. Meaning you want a passive that ends up making it so assist on minions. And gods also assist. It's just for assist, because you're gonna end up getting assist to begin with, right? But you just won't actually get it just for the aura it has. And people are going to be asking, like, why do you need that? But it's just for the fact that, like, it just helps you out in the long run. And out of everything else, like, you want to build a Kataka's shield on a person like Guan Yu, but you don't want it on this guy. Just trust. What you do want, though, is you want another stackable item. Like this. You want a Hide of the Urchin. Hide of the Urchin, the only reason why I end up saying this is because it gives you physical protection and magical protection for every god kill. And it stacks up to 7 times, which ends up giving you a total of 21 magical and 21 physical defense added on to the 30 that's already on it, so that ends up giving you 51 physical and 51 magical. Now, it also gives you health and it gives you mana, so it ends up helping you in the long run. But if you want to look at everything that's on it, it also talks about shield only, like shield only stacks if you have taken and dealt damage in the last 5, blah blah, which is okay. But here's the thing, you don't really care. And you're like, oh, okay. And I build a 5-piece physical, and I build either a 5-piece or a 4-piece physical a lot, right? But the reason why you want this one, right, is you end up wanting to get every 15 seconds you gain a block stack if you have at least 120 total protections from items, preventing the next basic attack from damaging you. Yes, that is, the next basic attack does not damage you if you have 120 total protections, which you'll have with this build. Now, it literally stacks. You can end up negating 3 basic attacks, which doesn't sound like a lot unless you're fighting those people that can literally 3-shot you, which will be the mages, which mages don't really have high basic attacks unless you're dealing with people like, let's just say Ao Kuang, which his base attacks also have buffs by their abilities, like, so you don't care about taking no more hits from the basics. And it's just, it helps, trust. It also helps for when assassins want to dip on you. But if you don't feel like having that or anything, you can end up getting Mel of Renewal, which shields you. And but like I said, you won't hive. You won't hive, right? Which is good on two different things. You can either get when you're below 30%, you end up stunning people around you, which is really good, which is why I normally get Mental Discord. And I'm gonna put a few items in here that like show different things. And it's like, okay, so once you get all those and you end up realizing like, wait, you still have things to do. True. That's why I'm going to end up showing you different items that you can end up building with this build. So I'm going to stop actually going over certain things, and I'm just going to go over and tell you what helps out a lot. And I'm only going to add in items that are actually worth a damn. And you build around these mattering who's actually in who's in the match with you. So you can actually watch and see what I'm doing, but like I'm gonna put a lot of items in here just so you can actually see what you can put on this character. Now I'm gonna end up playing a game as him just to show you what actually can be used. And by the way, it's like, okay, so I am going to mention Sledge because a lot of people have like talked about Sledge and how Sledge is really good and everything. Now I'm going to explain why Sledge is Okay, so yes, you do get physical power and you get health and you get mana and you get crowd control reduction. Crowd control reduction is only good if you're fighting against CC characters. CC characters show up every now and then, but not that many people actually play CC heavy. So when you actually get this for the crowd control reduction only, there's better items just for crowd control reduction. Crowd control reduction items are redundant on certain fights because certain fights you don't need CC reduction because not every god has CC. Now, which I'm going to end up just saying CCR and CC because it's easier, but I have to read them out just for people that don't understand what I mean by CCR and CC. Now, crowd control reduction is good in its own right, which Sledge is good for certain things, but for mana you want just physical defense. And just physical defense out of the way, that means you only get a protection per god next to you. And it only stacks with 3, which is good since I play Joust mainly, and 3 gods is the max. But if you have 3 gods pounding on you, and this is like, if this is the first item you get, it's not going to be helpful. You want a good item that gives you defense straight out the gate, which is why your first item should be boots that give you physical power or physical defense out of the gate. Now, I'm not going to add that into my actual thing because there's no reason for me to do it. Now, this Shifter Shield is really good if you want to make a build that ends up giving you a good boost to it because you always get power. And what I mean by that is that you end up getting physical power normally out of the gate if you have, above 75. Then it ends up giving you protection, so it still increases your damage but also increases your defense. Shifter Shield is one of the best items for Vamana, especially early game. And I'm like, okay, early game, yes, early game you really want Shifter Shield, which is why it's just out of the gate one of the best items. And now people are like, well, you said magical defense, you need magical defense also. Yes, magical defense, what I'm talking about for magical defense for you is you want to end up getting a magical defense item that actually helps you out in the long run. Now, there's 2 things I'll say out of this. If you're going to end up wanting crowd control in it, you want Bulwark of Hope. Bulwark of Hope, now the only reason why I say this is because, well, you can read the passive ability by yourself, but it literally gives you a health shield when you take damage below 40%, plus it gives you CC reduction, which means it helps you out even if you don't need the CC, or the CCR, if you don't even need the CCR. But if you do need the CCR, this helps you out even more, which is great out of the gate. Bulwark of Hope is one of the best magic defense items in general. Now, if you want cooldown reduction and you don't need, and yes, you do not need a CCR, go with Genji Guard. Genji Guard just makes it so magical damage from abilities. It literally just reduces cooldown just for taking magic damage. And also, you get cooldown reduction out of the gate, and magical protection up to 70, which is amazing. Just out of the get-go, amazing. Plus, it gives you MP5, which will help you stay into a fight longer. So this is one of the... I'll end up going through all of them. And I do have 4 more items, because certain people want to build a different type of build, and I'll show you what builds can actually help out in the long run. Yes, I'm still magical. Okay, now, Pridwin was added in, and I know what it does, but there's a problem with this. It deals magical damage, okay? Which is shit. I'm sorry for everybody that hears me say this. It is shit. It is garbage. It is boo-boo-boo-boo. It is bad. Its magic damage it does is useless. But that's only if you have low health. If you want to use Pridwin, you have to get good health. And what I mean by that is the shield's equal to your protections for 5 seconds. You need high health just to live before this kicks in. The shield in total is only good if you have movement, meaning if it breaks, it deals half of the damage. Now, when it's equal to your protections for 5 seconds, that is good because your protections are going to be high in Vermana. Meaning on Vermana, it can be used as a, oh, you're next to me, you take this shield, you're dead. Vermana, though, in his ultimate is already immortal, so the shield is redundant. You're literally, your health regen in Vermana's, like, in Vermana's ult is literally, I have never seen somebody be when I'm using it. I am literally immortal. And there's bigger things for it. Now, what I can say will end up helping you in a long way, and I do mean this, is literally Shogun's Kasura, or Kasara, or Kasari. Sorry if I mispronounce words, it just happens. Which gives attack speed, which helps out a lot. This magical protections, MP5, cooldown reduction, and crowd control reduction ends up helping you in certain scenarios. The MP5 is always useful, magic protection is useful only if there's people that use magical damage like guardians and mages. But out of generations with the attack speed buff of 25% ends up helping for mana a lot. Now, before I end up saying this is one of the items that is a go-to item for Vermana, I can't say that because attack speed is useful but not useful in a lot of scenarios. Now the cooldown reduction is useful, but like I said before, it is just not needed. Now, a kill gives buffs. Now, what this whole thing's talking about is it ends up giving movement speed, attack speed, and MP5 per stack, which is good. Good, right? Until you end up asking yourself, wait, it only lasts 10 seconds, that ain't a good buff. Because those buffs are useless if you're only going to be there for 10 seconds. Yes, it stacks up to 6 times, which can end up getting a really good MP5 if you're able to get multiple god kills off. In Joust, where you can only get 3 god kills as a max within 10 seconds, it is literally just because that's 30 MP5, which there's items that can give you 30 MP5 just by building an MP5 build. You can end up having MP5 out of the booty hole. Now, what's actually a really good thing though, is this. If you're concerned about your magic power of people just hitting you and you don't have good defenses, get Runic Shield. Runic Shield gives you physical power, magical protection, and health off the get-go. Plus, it also reduces magical power of people within 55 units. Now, you're going to be close up to people because you are Vermana. Now, that is just OP in more than one way, so it is going into my magical get-up shield. Now, the last magical item that I would actually say is actually really good is Unseal, which is literally just, oh, you get hit with magic, oh, the person's next to you, oh, they're silent, they can't use any abilities for a second, which literally gives you enough time to beat the shit out of them. And by that I mean, like, the silence literally helps it a lot. Like, they hit you with, like, let's see somebody with a with like a charge, ult hits you. And by that I mean people like Hades, Anubis. That spell is literally boop, gone. They hit you one time, you get close to them, boop, gone. Especially Hades, dude. Hades hates running into these people that run this. It's just like, oh, you thought you had me. Nope. But I'll put it in here just to actually show you magical items at the get-go. Now, when you actually want to show off what to build in starter items, they have a lot of good things for them and a lot of bad things for them. And what I'm saying that is that when you end up building it, you want something that ends up giving you, like, better. It's just better. And you get something that actually helps you. And to be honest, for starter items, you want things that actually help you. Which, for Vimana, I'm gonna be honest here. That is decent for Vimana because it starts you out with 15 physical protections, 10 magical protections, and 75 HP, and it's a help still. And the help shield out of the get-go, I wish I could see the upgrade version of it, but you can't. Because they changed all the starter items. So I kind of wish it would be something different. Like, that would help out for junglers, but like for me, it's and that's that would be good for certain assassins. Certain assassins. Like, the best one for assassins though. Ooh, God, that is actually a good question. The best one for assassins out of everything would probably, probably Mankin Scepter. Yeah, that's just for burn and increases attack speed. Yeah, let's talk about that. Lifesteal, okay, the lifesteal on this is just going to be really good, especially for certain assassins, and it's going to be really good for people like Bologna. If you want to ask why I'm meaning that, Bologna with her whip is OP. If you have a attack speed lifesteal, so also it's just like you don't die. But I think out of everything, I'm going to end up starting item probably being Warrior's Axe. And then movement, because you need good shoes, is probably gonna end up being, which I'm fucking not gonna do shit for this. Yeah, it's probably gonna be reinforced grooves. Now, relics, which I have to end up doing relics just to show people. Relics are really, I don't want to show them in a build setup like this, because there's no reason for me to. Now, what you do want for certain builds is you might need, like, I wouldn't say you need a cooldown. What you do probably need every now and then is you just need straight up power. Actually, no, straight up power is useless for Vimana. I was thinking about somebody else. Okay. Like, sometimes a good lifesteal might keep you alive. And I think the best lifesteal for a person like Vimana was something that gives you penetration and lifesteal. Okay, so Serrated Blade is pretty good if you don't build cooldown reduction, which is good for me, but bad for a lot of people. Bloodforge is always a good lifesteal item. But if I want to be completely honest with people here, I probably wouldn't go with anything like that. If anything, I would end up going with a good old-fashioned utility item, and I would look for a good aura item just to help out my teammates, mattering what they are. Or I'll go for MP5. Like, MP5 is always good. It doesn't matter what type of character you have, MP5 is excuse me, MP5 always helps. MP5 is one of those things that like everybody needs to have a little bit of. And then it's like, why not just have the best of both worlds, which is like Heartward Enemy. You end up giving magical protections to people, and you increase their MP5. So it's, why not have it if you want to help out teammates? It's also, if you want to build aura for people, another good aura would literally just be Static Shield. I mean, it gives magic, physical, with both of those protection and physical power straight out the get-go help. And then it also makes it so ally gods have their healing increased, which is good for people that have lifesteal. It's good for people that actually straight out heal, like Hell, or Aphrodite's, fucking Christ, Sylvanas, Isis, sorry, I can't say that name anymore, but you know what I'm talking about, and so on and so forth. So I would say that's a really good one. Also, yeah, Mystic Mel in here. Mystic Mel is always good. And I'm going to end up showing you what I mean by this. So, if I end up building up what I normally would build, right? It will normally be blop, 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 and then I'm sure I'll blop. And I'm going to end up showing you what I mean by that. So, it's like, oh, he's level 20. Now, look at my physical protections real quick. My physical protection is almost maxed. While magic protection is still good. And I can still build that so I can end up hitting max for physical attack, or for physical protection. Which literally makes me immortal to physical. The only way to kill me is by magic. And it's just like, oh, you're so great, right? Yeah, that's my ending build. But even if I didn't want to build a build like that, and I wanted to build a help out build, right? A help out build would be me running those two. Just off the get-go, right? And then always run the shield. Always run the bad boy. Always run this. Always run this. Always run this. And even with that, I have a good physical protection. But yeah, I'm still helping out teammates. And it just helps out in the long run. Now, if I don't want to end up building those out of the get-go, I can end up just saying, hey, you want this, you want this, you want this. Those are your 3 core items. Those are your 3 core protection items for physical. Because just these out of all, you end up hurting people that are around you. You end up being able to tower dive, get into those towers, and then you get a high base on physical protection just off the get-go. Just off the rip. And then if you're fighting more of a magical build, which I would say grab these always. And if you want to go against just a straight up magical build, grab this, and grab this. And then you end up having a straight up magical defense with still high physical. And since I'm stretching on here on explaining everything, I'm just going to remove my build right here. And I'm going to be like, would you like the same build? Yes. And yep, that's all I need to show right there. Well, I'm in the East. They didn't have that last time I played. But let's just jump into a joust match so I can just show them what I mean. They added a lot of new outfits, and I'm really happy about that, because they had some good outfits, but they didn't really have any that interest me for a lot of the gods I like. Which I'll check on a few of the gods I like later into the stream, just to get back into it. I should literally probably change the name of this stream to me talking about a build for Vimana and playing Vimana. Probably when this gets on YouTube, I'll end up like shortening it and just like adding just gameplay into one section and adding a Vimana building for another video and take off the stream, the full stream, or I might just keep the full stream and everything so you guys can watch the full out stream, but at the same time you guys can be like, oh, I just want to watch the gameplay from the stream, or I just want to watch the Vimana build, and I'll leave time links in the actual video to be like, oh, skip to here, or skip to here if you don't want to watch, you just want to watch the stream, but give me watch time. Because I'll be cutting out like certain things where I'm just talking like about what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, we're going to go into it. So I cover as a tank and a melee DPS, which helps a lot because now we have a ranged DPS of physical being Hu Yi, and we have Kukulkan being our magical our magical attack straight out get-go.
Peace be with you.
See, like Vimana, I don't like almost any skin for Vimana. I do like the babies, like to be honest, like I really like the skin for Vimana. I don't know why, but hey. So we have a really good Hu Yi and a really good Kukulkan. Well, I hope they're good because of the links to the gods. They have a really good Artemis, and they have a really good Kukulkan also. The Kukulkan, they have stars on both their things. I mean, they literally have hit God rank 10 twice. Which, that's hurtful to see in my eyes. But I mean, I have people I play with that have like Medusa with like 10 stars. It's like, oh, well, aren't you a legend? But yet still have like all over the place for a lot of people. Okay, so let me just stretch out and just explain something to people, okay? You can either start out with this, which you can end up become like, end up becoming, I don't really have that much of that. Okay, so straight out the get-go, I'm going to end up getting, I'm going to get the shifter shield, or start going into my shifter shield first. And yes, I'm leaving without a relic, but there's a reason why I leave without a relic. I don't like getting relics until I know what team I play against. And I know they showed the gods, but different people play with different things. So there's no reason for me to actually like build anything. And I did it just for the XP boost. Or XP. I think grip. Oh, the lag. Oi, the lag. Aye, aye, aye. I'll probably end up having to go back due to mana after I hit level 4, because level 4 is like the get for you end up having to go back first. Let me get that shield bounce. So they're going magical off of base rip, so I'd probably do my magical defense swap or shift to shield as a rep. Just get tags on certain things. I'll go back after I hit level 4, so. Also, Cuckoo is choreographed like hell, so. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing this because, one, literally, it's just to help with damage. Now, the attack movement speed slow is really good for this, but you'll see that come in line later. The clearing path is the catch-up. I'll help clear and get some buff off the rip right there. And I'll end up going back and get Shifter Shield. The reason why I'm running is just because it's quicker for me to do it this way since I was at tower. And by the way, don't worry about how I talk when I'm doing this video. When I actually get people commenting into the video and everything, I'll answer into the comments and not worry about talking just as overlap. This is just for now, for me to actually playing the game and everything that's happening. And now I don't have a fan base, so boo-hoo. Oi, 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 that lag's gonna kill me in the future. I don't like lagging, but hey. Just remember. Get back up, bitch. Okay. So I'm not pushing advantage right now. What I'm doing is I'm trying to like hold out, keep my KD perfect. Which is not always going to be the case, but I would like to keep my KD perfect for as long as possible. Big baby. Okay. Now if I could push the advantage on that, I would, but Cuckoo, I don't have the mobility to keep with you on that shit. Dip back to mid, dip back to mid. My mana dipped down. So my KD is no longer perfect with mana. But that's fine. That's fine. And since they have CC, it's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit harder for me. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna get Mystic Mel, and just because I ran into a little problem, I'm the one to end up having to get not Aegis, but meditate. I'm building grip defense, so I'm getting what I need for a start for me to actually go baby and hurt people. Because if you actually see, it increases physical power, health regeneration, which is like out of the way, and the shield is really good. The max, like the movement speed right there, the movement speed is really helpful. Just off the like get-go, it's just really good. The protections it increases, so it's just like all over the board really good. See how they're backing? They want to grind level off, which is going to end up hurting me in the long run if I can't keep my level tied with them, which is why I'm hitting off sides. May hurt that man a little bit. I need my teammates for cleanup. Alright. The reason why I'm recalling right now is just to be able to grab something that I need. And you're seeing that hit off the rip real quick now. Like, whenever I got hit right there, because if I go back over to my items, I'll show you. So my physical protection increases when I'm below 75, so it's going to end up helping out in the long run now that I have shifter mail, just to keep me alive. And increase my defense, which helps out a lot also. The biggest problem I run into with a build like this is just my health. Oh, that ain't mana. Yeah, Hoagie, you're right. He over pushed. Body shield for my teammate. Alright, let me finish off my Mel. And just because of the magic I'm taking right now, I'll build that as my third item. Oh my god. That leg almost cost me my life. Put me back into a damage I did not want to take. Oh my god. That lag is literally killing me. It's putting me into a position I really don't want to be in. I'm not pushing it.
I think one of your teammates was deployed.
A mighty storm!
Been down. Don't let anyone else die.
Out of my way!
Not over pushing. But I will. Nah, I don't have enough. I don't have enough gold to build up yet. Holy Christ, this lag's killing me. So, Don't worry though, guys. I'm not gonna let my KD get too bad. One death ain't gonna ruin me too bad. Yeah, I'll eat that. That just literally jack. That just jacked to me, so why not? My HP 5 ain't good, but it ain't bad either. I don't really focus on HP 5 due to my ult, but... Oh guys, that's not good for me. Our Ho Yi has some sort of plan to him, so is Gooch.
Let's see if this fits me. Your middle Phoenix is under attack.
I'm not gonna build support on this. I'm gonna build crossbreed. Meep. Meep. I couldn't catch up to that Kukula Khan. That hurt me in the long run. I had to get out of that. I had to. Thank you, but that ain't gonna keep me into the fight. Get rid of the Artemis, which was like the main struggle for my team at that point, but that didn't really help out enough, which I'm kind of sad about, and I'm gonna end up having to get something that helps out my teammates for magical defense. So I'm gonna have to get Heartward Amulet, because the magical defense is hurting me, but it's also hurting my teammates, and I can't really do that. I can't have that happen to my teammates. No Rondo, I also need this just for slow down on people, but I think at this point the enemies don't want to actually push me. Oh my god, that like pushed me back. I wanted to show you a straight out physical build, or physical straight out build, but I couldn't do that, and I'm a little bit sad. Gucci, I guess? I'm gonna die, but I pushed both their HPs down. That would have kept me alive too, and that hurt. The last thing I'm gonna end up getting for magical defense for me, and also increasing my physical, is mental. It's the mental discord, and then the last item I'm gonna get is the Emperor's armor, and that should be able to keep me alive on both fronts here. Which I'm kind of sad that I'm only getting a 1.0 for right now, especially since they got our Phoenix. Did they get our? Yeah, they got our Phoenix. Which means I don't want to play aggressive, but at the same time I have to play aggressive just to actually get a chance of this. If I had higher attack also, I would have been able to kill that guy, but hey. My attack is normally increased by my physical protections, I don't want to increase it any other way normally. But against teams like this, it's hard to build a Magicka defense with Ramana that actually helps out in the long run. You have to be slow gaming it. I can take that hit. You want to push? I can take that hit. I'm gonna have to hold until Phoenix respawn. I hope my teammate understands that also. No. We gotta hold out until Phoenix respawn, dip. I hate calling people dip, but we can't over push. We have to wait till Phoenix respawn, then we have to actually hold out. Okay, Phoenix back, now we just need our Titan HP back. And that's a loss, guys.
Love not having to shower every day. It's like Mother Nature is rubbing her scent off on me.
Okay, Artemis. So, when we look at stats, you're gonna actually see something which is cool. I like having, people that can dish out damage and not feed damage. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Because, like, when your teammates feed, it's hard to get your items up. Oh, you guys both got top words played. $1717. And if we actually look at it, I did the most player damage. Did good on menu damage. Took the most damage. Negated a lot. But it's that they were able to get their gold. Because they, even the worst person on their team was able to get like an extra 500 gold on me. And that kind of actually hurt. I don't like that, man. That should have been an easy one to go to. But hey, my KD's now 7.5 for mana.
Peace be with you.
Only through control can we achieve victory.
Make some noise for the real MVP. Me. Vomit. Make some noise for the
Only
real
through
MVP.
control can we achieve victory.
Huh. See, I don't want to do Twitch Prime. It's just, even though it's a really cool thing, I just don't. Okay. Now, just because I want to get more gods, actually, right? And I'm doing good on warriors right now. I have every assassin. I would ask who I should play next, warrior-wise, and get them ranked up, but oh my god, that's slow. Oh my god, that's slow. I can see that sting being nerfed. Oh my god, that's slow. Oh, by the way, guys, hello to Half Party Gaming, and we normally stream on here on a weird basis, but it's going to become more regular soon. Septic Blood channel, Septic Blood is my Twitch. Please follow the Twitch if you want streams that will not appear on YouTube, and videos that will not appear on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and without further ado, let's jump into a new match of Smite. Well, if the loader wants to go. There we go. Okay, warriors. Now, out of all the warriors, I haven't played Mulan. I haven't played the new Gilgamesh. And I haven't played... course. So I see Gilgamesh having a powerful stance on attack speed builds, but I'm going to play him a little bit different than how I think he should be played. I'm going to go for a Ryu setup with him. And everybody that's probably going to see this video is going to be like, oh, why is his name on PlayStation different than what it is on everything else? Well, there's a reason. Half-Hearted Gaming is a group. It is not just me as a person, but hello, I'm Symbiotic Psycho of Half-Hearted Gaming. Please follow my Twitch, Subject Blood. And we're going to get into this match where I want to see if I can build a Gilgamesh. After reading his abilities though, I see his stem being overpowered on attack speed, but underpowered when it comes down to just straight power moves. Now, what I mean by that is a straight out power, yes, you're going to do damage, but if you can deal 3% max HP of the enemy on each hit, and there's a certain time frame of how long it actually lasts, and it's going to be good on an attack speed and movement speed. So, and it already has a slow. So, what I'm thinking is if I go square, square, circle, and then out of the grip, I end up doing an essential build. And get a leather cow. I didn't read his passive, which is my bigger.
Your day of judgment.
Wait, I overpushed. I shouldn't have done that. I was able to deal a decent amount of damage on that man though. The stem should have been popped before the leap though on my part. Oh, they have a hell. Okay. I'm going to get the dropkick ability as my fourth. Okay, so it was a really close line. I don't have the defense to dip in, so. Ooh, a Cerberus. I actually didn't even look at the imaging. Oh, it wasn't a hell that I was seeing the abilities of. Oh, okay. That makes me a little bit happier. Okay, we are both susceptible to tower dive stuff.
Even I.
And I don't want tower dives to happen on me. Don't know about you, but I don't want them on me. And haste on this guy, probably going to be really good. I want to build a half and half.
First blood! Him down!
Huh.
An enemy has been slain! Him down!
Everything I own.
Yeah, dropkick ability is actually really good. That makes me happy that actual line ability on a warrior is really good.
An excellent fight.
Crit poison. I'm gonna go half and half attack speed and movement speed. With crit and life still being pushed in just as bonuses. So the leap and drop kicks actually really good of abilities.
My inner fire.
Oh, where'd you learn to fight like that? That was awesome!
Finally, a challenge worthy of Gilgamesh.
A low level tower dive. A low level tower dive.
Another artifact for the collection.
A low level tower dive. I could low level tower dive again. Nah, I'm not gonna risk that. I don't have good defenses for that yet.
Let's pick up the pace. Nice job.
This is soul, not a hell, but cool skin though. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you died. I should have been able to save you. Dodgy, get out. I'm leaving. I wish they showed me on, like, where on the map I need to go for my quest, but they don't, which is kind of goofy.
Excellent fight.
And since they're all magical, I am going to get Shogun Kasari, which is going to help me out. Aw, Dodgy. I knew what you were going for, but...
Enemy has been slain.
Good side. Good, good, good. Damn, top. I'm gonna look for where I need to go for this. Oh, there it is. I can go back because it's an item I can sell. Or not. Runic shield's actually not bad. That could be an aura item I can grab, I guess. Like a not bad aura item.
As if they could get through this wall of muscle.
Still out there.
Okay, Gilgamesh is really good of a warrior. I think I understand how to make him a little bit better than I did this time. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't have surrendered. I mean, they had us push, but we stopped the push pretty well. Dodgy grabbed him in, I made sure they couldn't run. We're really good as a CC character, which is not bad. Not the best I like playing characters, but I'm gonna just give them a teamwork. Good teamwork on that one also. Whole thing, damage negated, not bad, even though I wasn't going for damage negated. Damage done, not bad. I have the highest damage done, that's pretty good. That's good, good, good. Oh, the highest damage taken, might be. Toph definitely did the most damage. Good, good. I definitely will play Gilgamesh more. That's weird. He's really good, actually. I did make a few mistakes while building him, though. attacks. I didn't read the stem apparently good enough for understanding the ability. The stem is more straight out like, I hit you, you're gonna take damage. Now we'll grab haste because haste is good for a lot of melee fighters in general. So I can actually keep up from hitting. But I think this time around,
Gilgamesh.
but I think this time around I'm going to go with a way that actually makes me more useful to everybody. Which means I can actually kill people more. Because a lot of people were able to get away from me if I wasn't able to actually, drown them. It was slow, which is a little bit of a pain. Drop kick was actually useful. I thought it was going to be like the least useful of all of them. But turns out the stem was the least useful one. Drop kick, if you were able to drop kick him into a wall, it actually turned out to be like a bomb getaway. But you can't use it as a getaway, so you actually have to like... You can't use it to actually run unless you kick him into something. So straight out, just using it in general as a getaway would not be helpful. You more likely will Gilgamesh as a stay-in fights unless you want to slow and leave. But he's also the type of person that can push advantage. And by push advantage, I mean he's one of those characters that like if people try to run away from you, your ult can like literally make it so you can catch up with them no problem. Now, besides that though, I'm gonna make him just, you cannot run from me.
Until I find the answer to death, my spirit, my kingdom, and my dear friend Enkidu will be lost to me forever.
So what I'm gonna end up doing is finding a starter that actually fits him better. I'm gonna go with Mankin. I want to get Mankin as a start, just for damage. I actually got the XP just because I was in the link of it. You just punched through. That was actually a good move. I have no ranged hit I can pull off, so I'm a little bit saddened. I can get burned on both of them though. I have level 5, I can push advantage. If they push advantage right now, though, I can catch them inside. So there's a little bit of like, I hope they push advantage, but at the same time, I don't want them to push advantage yet. I don't feel like losing a tower on push advantage early. Early push advantages are like a little bit scrappy to do. Oh, my teammate to back off though. Our team or Diamond. I can see this guy turning out to be OP, like, late game. Early game, I'm not really suited in knowing what he does. Does this have a oops? Alright, gives movement speed to allies. Okay, so how I'm gonna see this guy being actually really good is if I build movement speed, which is a utility.
Another artifact for the collection.
If I get a little bit of movement speed, and just make him a burner. Okay, so you're a singular push. That ain't bad, but at the same time, yeah. I haven't played Time so I don't know much about Time so maybe. Oh, you guys want me to go? Alright. Oh, that actually did damage. He's always in the enemy zone, so I forgot she could do that. I don't want her to throw Mystic Apple either, so. Wait, did that make us buy? No, you can't. Okay.
An excellent fight.
Movement and lifesteal. I pushed the advantage on that way too much. I should have waited until I had serrated edge, and until I had a lifesteal. They put lifesteal underneath. Yep, put lifesteal. Okay. I haven't played this game for a while. Alright. But I push advantage on that way too much. That costs me a life and a slight start feed, especially late game. Oh, it's mid. Okay, that's cool. Grab that. I can go Arthur, it's stupid enough to push me all the way to Phoenix.
Don't let anyone else die.
Now, I would. Nope.
Your middle tower is under attack.
When I hate myself, I get turned after I build this build. I don't know what build to build with Gilgamesh, which is aggravating with me.
Another artifact for the collection. Big one, aren't you? You must be guarding an incredible treasure. We make our stand here. Gods, grant me vision! Finally, a challenge worthy of Gilgamesh. An excellent fight.
Oh no! One of your teammates is down!
Here, Okachi.
Another artifact for the
They're
connection.
down! They showed it. Shut down!
I will cut you down.
All life submits to me in the end.
I
An ally has been
I can't.
An excellent fight.
Okay, so a build like this does not work for Gilgamesh. The movement speed catch-up build is not good for Gilgamesh. Lesson learned. Alright. Next attempt will be a straight power build. Which might work out. You never really know with new characters, to be honest.
Figure, I think one of your teammates has exploded. Double kill. Yeah, show 'em who's boss. DSI.
By the way, that was not meant to be sarcastic, it's just joking. I build a horrible build. If I get blamed for it, I don't care. But at the same time, I understand if I do get blamed for it. So Gilgamesh is not meant... Gilgamesh's attack speed build, I would give a C tier. Movement speed pusher, I would give F. That was an F tier build. A movement speed pusher was not meant for it. That was not what was meant. That was not meant to be the build. Now that was horrible. I regret it. That was just all around pathetic. So Gilgamesh so far, I would say is... I haven't tried him with a builds that are aligned that it could go at. Like, I still haven't tried pure offensive, and I still haven't tried pure defensive, and I still haven't tried a... Like, I haven't tried a lot of builds for Gilgamesh that could work. This match I said I was going to build pure offensive, see how that does, and I'll build a defensive Gilgamesh to see how that does.
Gilgamesh.
What? He wants to play a warrior, so I'll go over to a guardian. And you know what? I'll try Cthulhu. That man just literally activated everything. And I swapped to Cthulhu because he wanted a warrior, so I don't know why he didn't just swap back to whatever warrior he wanted. So I'm gonna be playing Cthulhu for the first time. I have seen people do good with Cthulhu though, so let's see. I haven't really seen it for the user. Attack speed slow, fears, damage negation. Okay. Most of the people go with a defensive build with them. And you know what? That might work. But I'm gonna go a different route. I'm gonna go power cooldown reduction. Oh god. Oh man. I just saw. They have the Ellie. They have the elephant. They have the asshole. By the way, he's literally just... I hate him. I hate that man. He scares me. He scares my nightmares. Ice game. I messed up that so bad, but whatevs. Does that do slow? Yep. Well, not against this team. They're gonna go straight push. But okay.
Your middle tower is under attack. Fight back.
There is no use in hiding. Within the abyss.
Really? That was really.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed.
An enemy has been slain.
What is it you truly desire?
Okay, guys, that is probably going to be the end of the stream. You know, just the fact that we're not doing so hot, apparently. I do want to see stats for that last match, though. I do want to see stats for the last match. Let's see here. $44,000 minion damage, top 10,000 player damage. Wow. Wow, would you look at that one. Second most damage taken. Not even did healing. Man had more word place than Malquan. But yep. Okay, guys, that's gonna be the end of that stream. Peace. Have a good one.